Oh, it feels good to ride. Holy shit. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Nice little pole. A little slow pole. Doesn't really count as a pole if you go slow. Oh man, it feels free. Oh. Probably could have stayed in second, but I hate this road. Very dusty. We're gonna go slow. I'm having a good time, having a good time. So, all right. Last video we made, we were talking about the mirrors. We were on a nice little 4-lane road around M59 out here in the Michigans, and I don't know, I had like 4 videos out of a whole like hour's worth of riding that I had recorded all in one video clip, right? Are we still going? I don't even know if we're still going. Hopefully we are. But we had a bunch of videos recorded, and we lost them all. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it got corrupted, or if the Pro wasn't actually doing its thing. But when I had checked, my light was on, and it was doing its thing. And I have all of the other footage. I already edited. Oh my god, edited. That's such a dumb word, edited. I edited all of the footage already, so I thought I threw it out in the trash bin, but all the footage was still in the recycling bin on my computer. So I didn't throw it out. I completely lost it, and where it went, I don't know. So we're gonna say corruption happened. But after having these beautiful Mr. Lucky mirrors for the last, I'd say like 2 months now or so, probably a couple 100 miles. I'd say like 200 miles of riding, about, maybe 100. Either way, I've become acquainted and accustomed to them, and I like them quite a bit. And they are, like I said, not as practical, but once you can kind of figure out the positioning and like how to set them each time you ride, they're pretty fucking solid. I'm not gonna lie on that front. So yeah. Feels good to just be out on the bike and not in the goddamn house. But yeah, okay, back to what we were talking about before we stopped. The mirrors. The mirrors, they're killing it. Again, they're not super practical. You don't get the greatest view, right? You do kind of got to look down a little bit if you want a certain look. It really just, if you want the full picture, you kind of got to look down, is all I'm going to say. Oh my lord, what the fuck happened over here? Unfortunate. Holy shit. Goddamn. I was just right there. Someone drove across into that. What the fuck? Got a little distracted though. Okay, but the mirrors. I finally figured out how to adjust them while I'm riding into the position that I want them to be in, and kind of like where their general resting spot could be. Again, they're not practical as far as fully usable goes, but they do work. They work decent enough. Damn, bro, I could have got fucking smacked if I was out here like 20 minutes later, 10 minutes later than I was. Yeah, I literally could have got smacked if I was out here 5 or 10 minutes ago. Like, I just came through here 15 minutes or less ago. That's insane. But I've been off the bike a lot the last 2 weeks. My great uncle passed away on his Honda Goldwing. Fucked up, dude. I don't even really want to talk about it. I know in the last video I said I didn't really want to talk about it. I kind of fucking feel like crying thinking about it. And I feel undeserving to be here and riding, but I got to do it for them and in their honor and in their memory at the end of the day. And not give up because of fear. Can't quit what you love because of fear. And he wouldn't have wanted me to not ride. So on that note, unfortunately, he was going about 45, 50, and a young girl, 16 or 17, pulled out of a business directly into him. And he basically, the whole right side of his body from being hit by that car was broken. It's just not a good situation, and it's not something that I necessarily want to be talking about on a video, and I don't want sympathy or any of that. I just want everybody to be safe and smart and aware while you are driving and or riding a bike, dude. I don't care what you're doing. To fully hit somebody, you have to be not paying any attention whatsoever, in my opinion. Especially a three-wheeled trike that is all white and gold and reflective, that is big. It's not a small bike. My bike is small. I am small. Right now, I'm a pretty good target. That is like a medium-sized fucking... It's like a small car, you know? It's a I would say a big bike. It's not the full size that you could get, like those three-wheel fucking... what are they called? I don't even know what they're called. But it's not like one of those, right? It's just still, I don't know. I just don't know. I can't process how you don't see that coming and then you hit somebody like that. I don't know. So I've just been put off on the whole coming to ride and where I ride. And it's pretty dark up there. It does look like it might rain. So maybe we'll go ahead and cut it off real quick. Turn around, head towards the house before we get soaked and or stranded in a rainstorm, which doesn't necessarily need to happen at the moment. So yeah, I've just not been in the best mental spot when it comes to the bike, and feeling like I want to go out and ride. Like, all I want to do is go out and ride. Like, a huge part of me wanted to just ride, but the other part of me was like stuck up on the what ifs, and and this and that, and that's why I did end up on Father's Day going out for a ride and making all those videos. But like I said, we lost a lot of footage, and this is one of those things that I touched on during that time period. So I just figured, you know what, let's just make one full video tonight. We'll talk about the mirror situation, talk about how I've grown to actually enjoy them, and they're nice, you know, they work, they do their job. I think I was a little harsh in the first video, and then again, please just be careful when you are driving and or riding, all of the above. People aren't looking, people are not looking, man. And that's something that I definitely mentioned in my safety video, where I kind of talked about gear and usage. And unless he had a full airbag system suit on, which even then I don't know how that works. I don't know if it detects somebody smashing into you, or if it only detects when you get ejected from the bike. I don't know how that all works, right? I've not looked into those systems. I'm not educated on them. But in my opinion, I don't think it matters what gear he's wearing, dude. He had a helmet on. He had all that shit on. He had gloves on. He had full leathers. He had all that, and it didn't matter. It didn't save him at the end of the day. So you always, as a rider, need to be more aware of what's going on than not. And again, your safety comes down to how you dress, but there are so many external factors that just play a part into your safety when you ride, and it's beyond just gear and your skill level and rideability. So I guess that's kind of like all I have to say around this topic at the moment. I really shouldn't scoff at it. It's more of like a I'm upset, disappointed scoff, not a ignorant. I don't know. There's different times for it, but it's just, it's unfortunate, it's mind-blowing, and very, very saddening. So I wish everybody the best of safety. Be extremely careful on your rides, and nobody's looking, man. Nobody is looking. So you have to be extra on the lookout. And on a bike like that, on a trike, you're not going to be able to swerve and try to avoid it as much as you want to. I don't think you're going to have, well, there's a lot of fucking bugs out. You're not going to have a good time in maneuverability. He was like 75 years old, man. He's an old guy, so your body can't handle that shit. I don't know. I'm just trying to process. I guess I'm processing to the wrong place. Sorry that this is kind of a dark topic, and hopefully it's not coming off in a way that I am looking for attention and sorrows, because I'm not. It's okay. If you do feel bad or any way of the form, I appreciate you, and it does mean something to me. But I'm not coming here looking for everybody to say, oh my gosh, it happened. We've had a funeral. We've processed it. Everything has been. It's still ongoing in terms of processing and understanding what's going to happen. Is this little girl going to get charged? I do feel bad for her at the end of the day, depending on what charges she does get. But in my opinion, it is vehicular manslaughter, and you need to be paying attention. It is a life lesson that has to be taught, and you need to go to jail and or serve some sort of time for your mistakes being made. It's very unfortunate, but you ended a whole life, so that's where my head is at, is what's going to happen in terms of the justice of the whole situation. And I don't know, man. I've just been sad. I've been more sad for my grandpa than myself over anything. That's his little brother, and it's a lot for everybody in the family. So don't feel obligated or pressure to feel sorrow for myself. we're humans. We all have our own things. I'm sure you've lost people, and I'm sorry for your losses as well. And if you've been so fortunate as to not lose anybody very important in your life throughout the years of your life, then more power to you. Congratulations. But I've seen too many people die in my life, my dad, my grandma, and that's not even the start of it. So I don't know. For me, processing death is a normal thing. It kind of just happens, and I just kind of go along with it. So I appreciate any condolences that are sent out, and I'm not trying to sound like an asshole by saying what I'm saying. We all have our own coping mechanisms, and mine is to kind of just accept and not dwell on the things that have happened. In terms of, I don't know. You know, like, obviously I dwell on the fact of it kind of prohibits my riding and makes me a little bit more cautious, which I think in a sense is a good thing as a rider. So I don't know, just gotta kind of accept, move on, and get back on the hog. So the videos will resume. I know we said we would have a car video, but I got a little lazy and did not drop the subframe on the Speed 6, so we didn't do it. But either way, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe. I know this video isn't necessarily the most happy, and we kind of covered a few various topics and kind of just rode around, but I needed this ride to free my head. I was feeling a little bit overly anxious and frustrated before this ride here. So yeah, unfortunate. I almost hit a fucking dog. He's just sitting out in the middle of the road. Ay. Alright, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.